Welcome back to Get Well Soon, the Red Pill content of Welly F, aka Moriarty. Gentlemen and ladies, I know what I'm about to say isn't anything new. It doesn't come as a surprise. And most people that follow channels like this already know what the deal is. I'm just attempting to shed some light on how I view these things from a African American perspective, per se. And I just came to the disappointing realization that when it all comes down to it, most people really don't have a true understanding of what love is. So, as I was enjoying my weekend, like I hope most of you have, I just have these moments where I observe couples and I listen to men speak, I listen to women speak, and it just brought me to the realization that most people don't worship love. People don't see love. People don't really crave what they believe is love. It's really all genital worship. It's really all the worship of the penis, the worship of the vagina mainly. And with us living in this gynocentric society, it's mainly the worship of the vagina. It's the worship of the puss, and that's really all it is. You have your women, far and few, that will get quote unquote digmatized, for a lack of a better term. But all in all this is lust. You can't watch a television show 20 minutes straight without seeing some type of erotic performance to hook the watcher in my opinion, because that's something that for some reason from the age of 13 and up, it feels like everybody can relate to. Everybody can relate to that mindset of wanting to jump a person's bones for simply being attractive. And that's where we are in the Western world. The worship of sex is becoming, obviously sex has been idolized. Sex is our God. And if sex is the God of the people, how can people really think or pretend to be in love with one another when sex is an external force that you can pretty much get from anyone? They try to say slick things like you can have sex with anybody, but you don't have a connection. Well, in all honesty, that's BS. Because depending on your mood at the moment, that sex that you have can be exhilarating. It can be amazing. And the connection you have with somebody, to be honest with you, has nothing to do with sex. So I guess what I'm saying is once you introduce the sex, you contaminate what would probably be a very meaningful relationship. And that's not always the case, because I do believe that people can, so to speak, nowadays have a sex with benefits relationship. But the fact of the matter is, it won't last long. Reality eventually sets in, and you both realize that the only thing that's really keeping us, for lack of a better term, the only thing that's keeping us together is our hobby that we enjoy together, which is sex. Yes, sex has become a pastime for people. Sex is no longer this moment that is seen as a reward for two people that love each other. Because once again, when you really think about it from a red pill perspective, love doesn't really exist anymore. It's either you have lust for someone, and their genitals have you hypnotized, or at this point that's it. Because people don't really even have the time. People don't really even put in the effort anymore to truly connect with people, because the new God is sex. You come from a place, and you have to look at it from a place in time where people really valued courtship. People really valued the getting to know each other process. That stuff is so rare these days. And I'm not wanting to come off as one of those tradcon people, because personally I don't care. I don't I truly don't believe that society is going to go in a direction that I would deem as positive. I believe that the only way to positively reshape your life is to take control of your life. Because as an individual these days, that's focusing on the individual is the only way that you'll survive. Getting away from the sheep like state of being is not beneficial to men. So I don't believe that we're ever gonna get together as a group again and be able to make, strong social change. I believe that society will continue to regress. I believe that the sex god will continue to progress, and we will eventually see our demise, and it'll be worse for our kids, 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 kids. But long story short, I'll say it once again. I won't even say sex is the new God, but sex is God now. And now that sex is God, we all need to accept around us that your mission to find the one, to find the unicorn, is only an ideal. And it's an ideal that is really a disguise for the truth. And the truth is, you only worship sex. Your dream girl, your dream guy doesn't exist. You just want somebody that's going to come and rock the boat and rock your world sexually. And once his time expires, or once her time expires, you're on to the next one. And depending on how much of a pussy beggar you are, and I'm talking to men when I say this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, depending on how much of a pussy beggar you are, that's going to determine how the length of time you put into pursuing this vagina, pursuing this puss, because everybody knows that the queen's people will do whatever it takes to please the queen. And I just find it hilarious that everybody's walking around in this trance, actually believing that, oh, I'm just trying to find love. I'm trying to find the one. No, you're not. You're just trying to find somebody that fits the mold of beautiful and attractive, and they have a centerpiece that makes you feel great. That's all you're looking for. But you can keep on pretending that you're looking for love, because you and I both know deep down inside that's not what you're looking for. You want to feel good. That's it. But anyways, as always, it's enjoyable talking to you guys. I appreciate the new subscriptions that I get, whether they're spam or not, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that if you do come to this page, you do subscribe, leave a comment. At the end of the day, it's just, once again, it's just always a pleasure. And with that being said, until we meet again.